Welcome to CoreCon today for March 21st, 2023. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of CoreCon right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read about them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here though, do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, helping us support our families just by hitting that subscribe or hitting that thumbs up. YouTube knows to recommend our videos. It's a huge help to us. Hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, let's dive into it. Starting off with a blast from the past returning. Blockbuster's website has returned from the dead and their social media accounts are alive and well. Now, Dish owns Blockbuster and they've brought the accounts back and websites back from time to time to promote things. For example, the now failed Blockbuster TV show that was on Netflix that's now been canceled. But Blockbuster's recently been, once again, very aggressive and updated their website with a new tagline that says, "We're working on rewinding your movie." Now, a lot of people have speculated that they will once again try to launch a streaming service. Blockbuster actually had a streaming service in the past where it allowed you to buy and rent movies through it. Didn't work very well, got shut down. And if you remember old Roku remotes, used to have a Blockbuster button on them. Nowadays, when you would click on one of those buttons, it would just redirect you over to the Sling app, for example. But I kind of wonder what they'll do here. My first reaction was, hey, this would be a really cool name for a free ad-supported streaming service. You could take on all the others and use the nostalgic name and the nostalgic branding and feel of Blockbuster to offer free ad-supported movies. Well, Sling TV is already doing that. Dish has been partnered with or released a free ad-supported service for Sling TV that they hope that will be able to go and drive people to actually subscribe to Sling TV. So I can't imagine, since they're trying to use free ad support stuff to drive subscriptions into Sling TV, that they're going to be rushing out to try to partner this brand to a competitor service. We'll see. So let me know, would you love to see a Blockbuster streaming service come back? Would you like an ad-free service? What would you like to see from it? I think its best fit would be as an ad-supported service. Again, though, I think the problem is that Sling TV just launched a free stream service, and I don't think they're going to want to compete with that. So what are they doing? Why do they keep updating the social media? Why do they update the website? Leave me a comment. Let me know. All right, next up. Amazon is reportedly working on a cheaper version of their Fire TV Edition smart TVs. Now, recently, Amazon launched a brand of smart TVs with a Fire OS built into it. So it looks just like this. It's a Fire TV built into your TV, much like Roku TVs and more. It has some cool additional features that you can actually control the TV right through the Fire TV interface here. But currently, the cheapest one is a 4 Series, and it is a 4K TV. Now, the guy, Elias over at AF TV News, has spotted inside a list of supported controllers for the Amazon Luna game controller that a new 2 Series Fire TV Edition Smart TV has been listed. It's being speculated that it's most likely here that this will be a HD only version of the Fire TV Smart TVs. Most TVs sold are still only HD. Increasingly, 4K is starting to take over that market. But Amazon may be looking to do a cheaper Fire TV Edition Smart TV that's just going to be HD, which I think for a lot of people, if you just have a bedroom TV, a kid's playroom TV, maybe a TV for the garage or office or wherever, you just want a really cheap TV, I think there's definitely a market here. Now, currently the 4 Series, the 50-inch, is on sale for just $279.99 when I wrote that post, which is well down below the normal list price of $449.99. Raising question, are they about to refresh their entire line, add a new one, maybe the 4 Series, they want to clear out stock, so you can go and get a new line in there. We'll keep a close eye on this, but let me know, do you own a Fire TV Edition Smart TV? Do you like them? I'd love to hear from you. All right, YouTube last week released a multi-view offering, which allows you to watch up to 4 sporting events, primarily focused on March Madness right now, both men's and women's, at once. Now, currently how it works is YouTube creates these custom 4 split screen options, and you can watch it on your TV, but you have to only watch the ones that they select. You can't pick what channels you want. Now, YouTube, when they announced this last week, was very clear that, hey, this is a beta. We're working on it, but we wanted to rush this out so it's ready for March Madness so you can watch multiple games at once with March Madness. Now the catch with that is more features to come. Now, on Twitter, people have been asking, will I ever be able to pick which 4 or 2 different streams I want to watch at once? And YouTube has started to reply saying yes, they hope to offer that service in the future. There's been reports that that is a feature scheduled for some time this fall before the start of football season. That's all we know right now, though, but it's good news. They are confirming that they intend to do this, they are working on it, and they hope to have it out in time for football. We'll keep a close eye on it, but let me know. A lot of people have asked about news. They would love to have big breaking news, have 4 different news channels all at once and be able to jump around in the audio feeds. I kind of like that. Anybody here, big event, commercial break on TV, you start jumping around to the other ones trying to find what other news network isn't in commercial right now. It'd be cool to have that be maybe split screen on your TV. All right, deal of the day. Next story up. Roku Express 4K is at its lowest price of 2023. Right now you can get a Roku Express 4K for just $29.99. This is a really good deal. If you like a Roku and you want to upgrade to a 4K one, maybe for that new 4K TV you have, this is the cheapest one, has all the same streaming services as the much more expensive Roku Ultra, and offers 4K with it. Very nice price, and includes the Roku voice remote, so you can use voice commands to control your Roku. I'll put a link to that down in the show notes if you want to find that on Amazon. Check out that deal of the day right there. Speaking of Amazon, Amazon has announced they're laying off 9,000 more employees. This is on top of the 18,000 they laid off earlier this year. Amazon's basically said they need to become a more lean company. After the 2020 pandemic, they staffed up like crazy to deal with the high demand of online orderings and growth. And it sounds like they've staffed up higher than they currently need. With the people returning to regular everyday life, out and about, going to stores again, online e-commerce isn't quite growing as rapidly as expected. Now, this time what's interesting is where they're making the cuts. For example, Amazon's HR, Twitch streaming service, and advertising business are going to get the majority of these cuts. I think a few hundred people are getting released from Twitch. It'll be interesting to see how that works out with everything. But Amazon's basically saying we need to become leaner, we need to cut costs as the world changes. Keep a close eye on this. There's a growing number of companies that have been laying people off. Google, Facebook, Meta, the parent company between Facebook and Instagram, is also doing a second round of layoffs recently. Twitter, of course, very famously laid off a bunch of people and more. Amazon's also put their new headquarters too, which was going to be in Virginia. The ability to have a second headquarters with redundant services and move some things out of Washington over there has also been put on hold. We'll keep a close eye on that. But Amazon cutting jobs, cutting staffing. I'll be interested to see what happens. All right, last story up of the day, and it's kind of one, it's a little bit of a editorial I released, talking about one of the biggest mistakes I think streaming companies are doing, and it's for the free ad-supported services. I think it's the same mistake that PlayStation Vue made. You let me know if you agree with me. If you want to hear the full breakdown of this, check out the show notes. But ad-supported services have come up with this nifty new name to describe themselves as FAST. They're a fast streaming service, and that's an abbreviation for free ad-supported streaming. The problem with that is the vast majority of people I talk to every day have absolutely no idea what it is. Now, if you're very much into the world of cord cutting and you follow us a lot, you've probably seen FAST, you may be aware of it. But the average person who just wants their Roku to work, their Fire TV, Apple TV, etc. to work, they're not paying close enough attention to that to really understand what a FAST service is. And PlayStation Vue suffered a naming problem also. The problem that PlayStation Vue had is that most people thought that you had to have a PlayStation in order to use a PlayStation Vue. They didn't realize it worked on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, etc. And towards the end, most of the marketing budget, it seemed like, this may not be true, just my personal opinion watching the ads, it seemed like a lot of their ads were pushing the idea that, hey, PlayStation Vue works on all this stuff, you can make it work. Well, if you have to spend most of your time convincing people what that your device will or your service will work on something because they're confused by the name, I think that's the problem a little bit here that ad-supported services could run into. If you're going to spend most of your time trying to explain to people what FAST means, which you probably may have to if you really want to get into that name, then you're probably going to confuse people. And when people see stories, hey, this FAST service is doing that. Oh, 10 things about FAST services. When you see articles like that, it's increasingly confusing the average person who doesn't know what that means. And when they don't know what that means, they're not going to click on it. They're not going to hear about your new cool feature that your streaming service has. So challenge out there to all the free ad-supported streaming services. Free ad-supported may be a long name, but it's a good name. It tells people what it is. It doesn't confuse the average person. They can quickly understand what is needed. So with that said, I hope you have a fantastic day. We'll be back next week with another video. Or next week, how about tomorrow? If you like what we do, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, leave us a comment. We'll love to hear from you. Until tomorrow, take care, be safe. I'll be back real soon.